the f are you doing, Matt? You put me well off. Hello, and welcome to my Xbox and Me. I am your host, MC Fixer, alongside the one and only Too Fresh Crash. Crash, lovely jumper you have there.
Thank you.
Lovely jumper.
You know,
lovely jumper.
on theme. The first time I've worn it, I haven't worn this jumper before. That's, you know, I remember when Matt has the posters behind him, and the first time we saw them, and you just really laid into them. Yeah. Now look at you.
I remember, Crash.
Different times.
Too. Crash. Xbox in the ecosystem, baby. This is technically a PlayStation, an Xbox.
That's a good. Everything's an Xbox. That's a good. You know what?
This PlayStation jumper that I'm wearing, an Xbox.
Can't be mad.
If they're gonna say it, I can't do anything. Can't be
true.
It's not my fault. The one and only Too Fresh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm broken today. It's been a long year. Matt's here. Matt, hello.
Hello, and I am fresh.
You broke me.
The thing I did to break you, I did last week, and you had no problem with it. So
that was last week. This is this week. You know,
I've just decided it's my new thing. And if you wonder what we're talking about, ladies and gents, go watch the video version.
Nah, it's okay.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Well, Matt, I love the mic. I don't know what about it. I'm just a fan of it.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I love it as well. It feels more news anchory, you know.
I feel like I'm in WWE.
Yeah, you gotta have a kid coming out in back.
Okay, now watch the video version if you want to see that.
Yeah.
And Despawn.
Hi, I'm here. Hi.
Hi.
I think I like your Christmas jumper the most, Despawn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you know I'm a shill.
Kinda.
Yeah.
And again,
Let's talk
about this. Are you though? Because you're kind of a fake Marvel fan.
Am I?
Yeah. You seen?
That hurt me a little bit.
You seen Secret Invasion?
Yes.
You seen?
What's the last movie?
You seen Miss Marvel?
I've seen Miss Marvel. I've seen Agatha all along.
Oh fudge. All right, carry on.
You watch Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
Of course. We all watch
great.
Shang-Chi's amazing.
What about?
Stop. Pause. Shang-Chi's amazing. What are you talking about?
I'm not saying it's not amazing. I just haven't watched it.
Carry on.
So I was just asking. I'm asking movies that I know I haven't watched.
Carry on. Okay, go on. Ant-Man and the Wasp. The other Ant-Man, Quantum Mania, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you watched the one shots?
Yeah.
No.
Cool. Yeah.
Did you watch that werewolf thing? Did you watch that werewolf thing? The werewolf one? That
Werewolf by Midnight is again top tier.
I turned that shit off. I turned that shit straight off.
That is something that is 100% up Matt's alley. Where even if it wasn't a Marvel thing and there was some buzz around it, I think Matt would have went out of his way to watch it.
I enjoyed that a lot.
Interesting.
To be fair, I've totally fallen off the comics. I haven't read a comic in a long time, 5-6 years.
Calls himself a real fan. Shield.
Exactly.
Yeah, what a fake
also,
fan. All right, guys.
Where's all this story you guys talked to me about in Marvel Rivals? I haven't seen any of it.
It's 100% there.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. If you didn't know, this is My Xbox and Me, our weekly Xbox podcast right here on youtube.com/My Xbox and Me and all podcast services. Review the goddamn podcast if you're in the UK. I'm done with this. I'm over it. You guys are disgracing me. You're making me look stupid in front of my American friend who also has more fans than me all of a sudden. I don't understand it. What have I done? It doesn't make sense. But make it change. God damn it.
Make it make sense.
Make it change. Guys, topic of the show this week. Most anticipated games of 2025. What we would talk about 2025 as a whole when it comes to gaming, but starting off, most anticipated games. I can't lie, I'm still living off the hype of the Game Awards. I'll be honest with you. That is 100%. I went and watched. I showed Haley the Witcher trailer the other day, and because she hasn't played 3 yet, she hasn't played any Witcher game before, but she loves the TV show. And she's like, "Oh, you told me not to play for it." I was like, "No, I told you to wait for the big update that came out. You know, the latest update that came out and sort of fixed a bunch of stuff." And now she's like, "Oh, should I play it?" I'm like, "Yes, play it. It's worth playing." So yeah, we watched that, but I'm still living off the high of the Game Awards, I have to say, which tells you it has to have been a good Game Awards.
Well, Witcher specifically, you ain't playing that in 2025, mate. So I don't know why you're riding that hype train. ride that all the way into 2029.
That's late 2029.
2026, I would say. 2027, maybe.
I think that's
no. Didn't they just
exclusive.
say they went into like full production for it?
They've only just gone into full production, so I'm thinking 27 at the earliest.
No,
so 28,
I'm with Matt. I
29?
think it's 29. CD Projekt Red takes their times with games.
That's a long. Do we get? God, you're right.
Yeah, they are rock star in that regard.
Yeah.
They will take their time until they believe it's ready enough, and even then, they might release it a little early.
Yeah, I think after
like
the
CD what's it called? Like Cyberpunk.
I was going to say I was going to jump on you, but I didn't.
No. I finished my full thought because they did. They took a really long time with Cyberpunk.
Yeah, not long enough.
We know the first one out was Jumper Race.
Jumper broke. I just bought this.
That's that poor quality Sony manufacturing right there.
Yeah.
No, this is. I'm gonna call them out because this isn't insert coin. Shout out insert coin all day, every day. This is that shitty numbskull crap.
Oh yeah.
What a joke!
Well, get your money back. You've live video evidence of you not doing anything other than wearing it.
So much effort. I'll just get Hay to sew it up for me. It's fine.
That's also fair. Yeah.
Sorry to derail.
No, I was gonna say though. Yeah, like I think CD Projekt Red will definitely take their time now after like we said the debacle of the Cyberpunk launch. I think now that they've moved to Unreal as well, I think it'll be a little bit quicker, but I think it'll release when it's ready.
Can I be honest though? I don't think it's just that though. I think it's also the success that Cyberpunk had on top of the fact of it being the way it was. Because I feel like, don't get me wrong, that they've always been like this huge company. Obviously, Witcher 1, 2, big games. 3 obviously took them to a whole different level, right? Then Cyberpunk has taken them to another level, if we're being honest, because it's not the Witcher series at that point, right? It's a new IP that they've built that has then been successful again. And then obviously coming back to the Witcher just allows them to take as much time as they want, really. And I think that's part of it. I don't think it's just the mistakes. I think it's the success with the mistakes, which then gives them a kitty of money to then go, all right, we can do this the quote unquote right way now, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's also piggybacking on that. It's also like they've been successful at having like doing stuff in these IPs and then having stuff pop out alongside it, be it a TV show for Witcher, which isn't all in that. It's partly the books, right? But then also with Cyberpunk, you had the Cyberpunk anime that they were heavily involved in, and so I'm sure that whatever decisions they make on release schedule and everything, partly has that in mind as well. The other sides of entertainment for whatever they release.
I don't know if they've got this kitty of money that you seem to assume they have fixed.
Why?
I would assume that Cyberpunk's budget is insane. Because not only did they launch the game, they then had to fix the game. They then had to put out all this extra content with A-list celebrities. Idris Elba, getting Keanu Reeves back. This stuff ain't cheap. You got to assume the budget is just absurd.
I don't think getting Keanu Reeves and Idris is as expensive as maybe you think as well, if I'm honest.
Yeah, maybe not. But it ain't cheap.
Well, the first numbers we saw was 750. But that opening and launch, right, was like it's earned about 750 million.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Where did you see that? In that on launch?
No.
When it was broken.
First initial I think it was after the first 3-year period. It made about 750 million.
Well, that's wild if that's true. I didn't see that. I take it all back. That's plenty.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure it was getting close to the billion mark.
Yeah.
And how much it made. That's why I'm saying to you, it's almost it's a smaller, like you just said, Crash, right? It's a smaller Rockstar. They've got like they've been able to generate that type of crazy money that then allows them to reinvest back in themselves, hopefully.
Yeah, you already see how many games they have in production, and they have like teams and people and stuff behind it are already putting money into stuff.
I'll be naked by the end of this fucking podcast.
It's amazing.
It's falling apart.
I mean, you have to watch the video version this week, ladies and gents. It's incredible.
Yeah.
What the heck? Bro, wanted to take pictures in this and everything for a nice post for Instagram.
Well, make sure you take it from the other side. Yeah.
Roll up your sleeves.
I just did that and it tore more.
Oh, no. While you're worrying about your jumper, I just want to say I've got like some stats. I don't know how right these are. These are taken from Statista.com, but it says that over its lifetime, up to November 24, Cyberpunk has sold 30 million copies. 13 of those were on the first day. 13 million, not 13 right. copies. Yeah. So 30 million is still a hefty number.
I want to get back to it. Like, I booted up the Xbox the other day and I was like, oh, Cyberpunk's installed. Clearly, I've had this thought independently and installed it and then never touched it. Like,
top 5 game of all time for me, I think.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I'd argue that it probably ends up in like the top spots of that as well.
Yeah. Like,
I really like that game.
It is one of those like so. I've got a confession to make. Matt already knows this. I've told him about it already off camera. But I treated myself to an early Christmas present. I pulled the trigger. I bought myself a Steam Deck.
Oh.
The first game I'm going to be testing on it is Cyberpunk.
The reaction is probably not what you were hoping after you spent all that money.
That was not smart. Did you get the OLED one at least?
Yes, I got the OLED one, of course. I'm not an idiot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The one that existed when I bought mine. Why are you insinuating I'm an idiot?
I mean, you were still an idiot.
I'm not insinuating you. Matt, I'm not. Fix. I'm not insinuating you are an idiot.
Tell it how it is. Fix is an idiot. We can move on from this point.
I'm saying that if I'd have bought the LCD version while there's an OLED version available, I would be an idiot.
Yes. Yeah, but do you have a PlayStation Portal?
No. Do you play your PlayStation Portal?
I don't play any of that shit back then.
You play your Stream Deck things?
Look, yes, I do. When I go on holiday, I play it quite a lot. And that's why I bought it. I didn't buy it to play in the house. The one thing I will say is I go on a 2-hour train journey into the office sometimes, so Ubi, right? I never take it with me then, ever.
Cool.
That seems like the perfect opportunity.
Do you know what I think it is? I don't really like playing games while traveling unless it's in an aeroplane.
That's fair.
It's weird, because that's like my music time, my don't really listen to podcasts anymore, but that's definitely my music time now, because there's not much time in my life to listen to music otherwise.
So why don't you just play a game on Steam Deck that doesn't require you to pay attention to the audio?
Bro, I can't even do that with FIFA. I can't listen to music and play FIFA, because the difference is between me and Juma. I actually appreciate the art of music and the intricacies of a drum pattern and a violin, things of that nature. Unlike you uncultured swine who wouldn't know anything about this.
Get him.
It's too lazy to turn off the audio in the game and then turn it back on whenever he's not playing.
There it is. Thank you very much. The commentary is way more important than listening to it. Thank you.
I'm way more of a podcast than music person. I mean, I remember playing like COD back in the day and listening to music. But I think this all stems from playing GTA San Andreas back in the day and needing my parents not to know how bad that game was. So I played it on mute with the subtitles and listened to Maroon 5 over and over again.
Jesus. That's like the legitimate worst way to play that game.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I have a question.
Any band.
Do you, when I say that, go on.
You use Spotify, Matt?
Yes.
What were your top 5?
I don't know your top 5.
Can I just say this real quick? And I just want people to understand that half my family's white when I say stuff like this. I need you to understand that. But that might have been some of the whitest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, my mum's white. Like, I need people to understand. Like, I'm half white. Yeah.
Every week, Matt raises the bar on what it means to be white.
He does. He really fucking does, guys.
Anyway, like one week
really
is
does.
DK or Drake. This week it's Maroon 5 while playing San Andreas on mute.
I mean, so much. You guys know I'm leaning in, but yeah.
Next time telling us he finds, it'll be like, oh yeah, next week is like, you know what? I really find yogurt spicy.
No, you're not.
Look at his face.
It's like, you know what? It's a little tart. Yeah.
How do I find my top artists?
Spotify Rap.
Yeah, I'm flicking through it.
Fresh, do you know what mine were?
P Money.
He was in there.
You.
hours in there.
Anything after P Money and You is kind of.
No, you got this.
Eminem.
If you think about it, there you go.
Drake.
One more, Crash.
The last one. I don't know if I can get this one.
Yeah.
I respect
is a UK artist.
Do you know what? I don't remember, so I'm gonna check.
Yeah. Also, Matt, to get to your Wrapped, if you're on the main homepage on the mobile app,
I'm on it. I'm just watching it now. Being
just
like,
skip
when is it going to tell me what I need?
just tap to the end. It'll just give you a.
Is it at
thing
the end? Is it?
Yeah.
So it does say that I listen to way more podcasts than I listen to music this year, which is true.
Fresh. You weren't gonna get the last one because it's stream beats. So, who do you think was my number one though?
Your number one of all of them. Eminem put out an album this year. It wasn't a repeatable album, so I'm gonna say it's not Eminem because of that.
No P Money album. He put out a drum and bass album that I didn't bang like that. Just giving you that information.
Okay, so probably not P Money. Drake is always listenable, so I feel like Drake has a chance. But then again, Drake's not MC Fixer. I'm gonna say it's MC Fixer.
You're down straight. He was MC Fixer. What a guy! He's
what a guy.
He's not MC Fixer, Crash. He's not MC Fixer. Who's better than me? You know? Yeah. Is that? Be honest with me, boys. Be honest with me, because this is now the third year in a row that I've been my number one artist. Is that bad?
No. You got to remember, you 9 times out of 10 you'll play your own music on stream.
During stream. That's true.
Which is where you spend the majority of your time. So
8 hours a day, 6 days a week usually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same for mine. Like, obviously mine aren't you, but sorry.
Oh.
I think you're in there. I think you're like top artists somewhere.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
I put mine in the general chat if you want to see it.
No, you're not.
Oh,
no, you just tell us, Matt.
It's super white.
Tell us. Please, we want to hear.
Remember,
You're not going to know any of them.
That's fine.
You're not going to know any of them. Top artist, Wild Rivers. Mm-hmm. The Struts.
Oh yeah.
Noah Khan.
Big fan.
Oh yeah.
James Bay. Sons of the East.
Yeah, all right. That's Mayo's spicy levels of white.
Yeah. They're all pretty much like folksy Mumford and Sons stuff, apart from the Struts, which are more like glam rock stuff.
Are they all like popular people, or are they not?
No. Noah Khan is like.
I love that.
Noah Khan is big. You know, he did the rounds this year, but the rest of them are pretty much unknown.
Yeah, mine.
What was yours? Yeah.
Number 5 was Stream Site, friend of the show, Bob Duck and Weave's music. Yeah. Number 4 was Knocked Loose, hardcore band. Number 3 was Alex on Fire, another metal band. Number 2 was Childish Gambino, and then number 1 was Stream Beats.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Just a.
Fix, can you guess my top 5?
Are you on Spotify?
I listen to Spotify and YouTube Music. I'm kind of all over the place. Okay. I do have a Spotify rap that is not too off.
Kendrick's in there.
No.
Okay.
He only did the beef stuff. I listen to a lot of music. He only did the beef stuff, and I listened to that mostly on YouTube. It might have ended up here. I don't think it would have. No, didn't drop a project this year. Every artist on my list dropped a project this year, so I don't think you're gonna get
Crash,
it.
Bro. I haven't listened to an album. I haven't listened to an album. God knows how. Eminem's album is the only album I listen to. Like,
not on here.
Obviously, not. It's not replayable at all. Go on.
Number 5 is Samara Sin, which I don't think you'll have heard of. She's a new artist that I've started listening to her this year. Lupe Fiasco is number 4.
In the album?
3. Yep.
Oh, damn.
Check that out.
Pretty good.
Number 3 is Rhapsody.
Okay.
Number 2 is Schoolboy Q, and then number 1 is Tyler the Creator.
Oh, nice.
I do like Schoolboy Q.
Yeah.
I don't like Tyler. I didn't know you liked Tyler the Creator.
I didn't until he did a few albums ago. It was the one with like the sunflowers on the cover or whatever. I listened to that and I'm like, okay, I kind of dig this. And then I didn't like Igor whenever he dropped the album with Igor on it. I was not a fan of that album. And then his last album, I didn't like it when I first heard it. And then he released a deluxe edition. And for whatever reason, one of the songs in Deluxe Edition, Sorry Not Sorry, just stuck with me, and I had that on repeat.
There you go.
And then I started listening to the album, and I'm like, okay, I rock with this. And then I listened to this when it came out, and I'm like, oh, I fuck with this. Transitioned into being a Tyler fan. Originally, wasn't really super into Tyler.
Ego did that for me. Like, Ego was that album when I first listened to it, I was like, but then then as I listened to it more, and like say the album with the flowers that I can't remember the title. I've got it on vinyl somewhere, but like I've got both. I can't remember the title of it, but yeah, that one initially grabbed me. But Ego was like, it took a while and a few listens, but after a while, yeah, that definitely like vibed.
Yeah.
Topic of the show: most anticipated games.
How did you get there?
No idea.
It's us, let's be honest. And let's just think of what's the top one? What's the go on, Matt? I know what you're gonna say, so please.
The big question is, does GTA hit 2025? And I think probably we should go into this discussion so that we actually have a discussion saying no, it's going to get pushed. Because otherwise, that probably is the right answer, right? Regardless of whether or not you're a Rockstar GTA fan, the way that Rockstar seismically, that's not a word, but you know what I'm trying to say, change the industry when they drop a game is insane. No other developer in our world has the same impact that they do. So, I mean, even when they're dropping trailers.
Do you think?
I think they're going to hit 2025 or
no? Do we think that GTA 6 is going to be that seismic kaboom that we've expected? We've seen them do it twice now, really. Like, don't get me wrong, they've done their thing all the time with GTA games, obviously, and the evolution is there, and you see it, right? But GTA 5 was a humongous step for the entire industry, and we don't need to go through it. We know what it is. And then they did do it again with Red Dead. Can they do that again with GTA 6? Like, can they actually do it again? Is it even possible?
I think so.
I think they can do Red Dead's size for sure. I don't know. Like, it's hard to say that they'll recapture GTA 5 again, because I think like when you look at GTA 5 and everything, GTA 5 like eclipses even what they did with Red Dead by a large margin, I would say. So I think it's pretty much a guarantee it'll like eclipse Red Dead. I'd assume it would still eclipse GTA, because at this point, like, GTA is like the love child of, no matter, we talked last week about like the wokeness and all that stuff. No matter what side you are on that conversation, you're probably looking at GTA as being a big game next year, regardless of any sort of affiliation or whatever the case is, right? So I do think some of that could hurt it. Like, I think, the cynical part that we were talking about of the woke conversation last week of going like, some people are just doing this to make money. Some people will make a lot of money by being very anti-GTA when it comes out, regardless of how they actually feel or what the larger discussion is about it. And so I don't know if that'll really have that much of an impact on it.
Oh, it won't.
No, because I agree with you, but I think part of that conversation feeds on your fan base agreeing with it. And I don't think GTA is a game where, like, if you're talking shit about it, unless they do something that's like very very specific, I don't think people will turn on it just because a content creator is talking shit about it.
Yeah.
But I think it'll go the other way as well. Like, I think there'll be, GTA does irony in a way that a lot of other games don't. There will be woke stuff in there that is
for sure
ironic or not, or this, that, the other, and so people will jump on the other side of that of going, well, Rockstar have gone woke, fuck them, and there'll be a lot of conversation around that as well. There'll just be a lot of conversation.
But people will do that just to get views as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already got my content plan sorted for that. Yeah.
Exactly. You could look at insert streamer name here, and you could write their first 10 videos on GTA right now if you wanted.
Absolutely.
But yeah, like it will it surpass what GTA 5 did? I think is an interesting question, and I think it depends on what angle you're looking at it from. Will it be the all-time highest selling day one entertainment product of all time? I think yes.
Yeah,
that's what GTA 5 was, right?
I think yes too. I agree.
Mm-hmm. One caveat to that, right? And this is my curiosity point. Install base. Because it's only next gen. It's not PC.
True.
GTA is the install base, mate. People will
so you think people will go out
PlayStation for it? Yeah. I think put it this way. I think PlayStation is going to sell out so fast that people are going to have to buy an Xbox just to play this game.
Mm-hmm. That's really interesting. But also remember, everything's an Xbox.
Of course.
It does.
Not that you'll be able to stream GTA.
Exactly. I was going to say, I don't think this conversation.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, technically you could, like, because you can still run like full-on AAA games through cloud.
To
varying degrees of
Rockstar's not letting you. There's like this conversation's done. Rockstar's not letting you.
Okay.
Also, it might very much hurt the ability to capture that #1 top-selling thing if it doesn't launch on PC.
It's not launching on PC.
Yeah, it's not launching
why
on
would
PC.
it? Like, because it didn't launch on PC last time and it still did it.
It doesn't need like it.
We're in a different world.
PC.
No.
They've said. If I'm not mistaken,
they've not said. They haven't said.
Oh, okay, got it.
They haven't
But
said no.
it's not launching on PC, and we all know why it's not launching on PC, because the double dippers. And there is no reason. All of us, every single one of us sitting here right now, is buying that game twice.
At least.
At minimum. Yeah, exactly.
How many times have you bought GTA 5,
twice.
Despawn?
What? Wait, stop. What?
3, I think.
Crash?
I don't know if I'm buying it twice.
You know,
You're
about on
100%
PC?
buying it twice. He is.
Well,
He is.
Well, it could hurt it if they really split online as like a whole different thing, and then when it comes back out on PC, people only care about the online segment of it or whatever.
Sure,
They did that with Red Dead.
Yeah.
And
we
Red
also
Dead's
exist in a
online
time where you can have cross progression, and I think if that is a worry for them, they will introduce cross progression for the online or whatever the case is.
They allowed you to migrate online accounts, I think, between platforms.
They did.
Once.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Only
Was
do
it
it
just
once.
once?
You could only move
okay.
once. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're not stupid. But let's go on to some other games. Let's go with GTA 6 isn't coming in 2025, and it's going to be a 2026 game. What else is on the tip of your tongue at the moment, guys? Of like, I cannot wait for insert game here.
We kind of talked about it just before we started the pod, but like Xbox are taking a lot of swings. It like for a game of the year shout, like in Fable, in Avowed, in Doom, in South of Midnight. The E-Day, is that coming next year?
We don't know.
Scheduled. No, they
Surely
didn't put it down, did they?
Surely not.
Didn't have a date on that one, did it?
But it's coming out never. Okay. Anyway, on to other topics.
The ones I said. I mean, just these.
Do you think
before we move
Fable
on,
comes out?
I feel more positive on it. One I don't think is coming out that maybe Fix will fight me over is State of Decay 3.
No, State of Decay 3 is coming out.
Do you think?
It might not come out next year, but it's coming out.
Well, add that to the list of games that I just said. Right? Yeah. Okay. Does Fable hit next year? I'm more confident in Fable next year than I am about any of the other games that we just touched on. Really,
I'm not.
You
More
think Fable will get a
confident
push?
than South of Midnight?
No, we're
no.
getting South of Midnight.
Sorry. I was talking about State of Decay and
Got it. Okay.
Locked in, South of Midnight. We already know that's definitely coming. There's not even a question for that. Avowed,
For sure
locked
coming.
in.
Atomfall. I mean, that's not Xbox.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Xbox
Crap.
push.
Sequel just got announced. Come on, guys, help me out. Outer Worlds.
Oh, yeah, I was too. Yeah.
Those are the 3 that are locked. And if they're doing one every quarter, what they got? 2 more to fill?
Yep.
Like
Doom and Fable. I think Doom's locked.
Doom.
I'd be surprised if Doom
probably
slipped.
locked. Yeah, Doom's probably
I'd
locked.
say Fable gets pushed then. I think even if Fable,
think so.
if they could release Fable this year, I don't think they'll release Fable this year unless one of the other games is like not going to be ready for this year. Yeah, I don't see a reason. If they have those 4 games on lock, I don't see a reason for them to release Fable this year.
It depends if they're going the one a month versus the one a quarter, right? It depends
Yeah.
on which way they go.
Yeah.
Like, if they're getting one a month, which again 12 game or one every other month, let's say, to keep feeding
6,
the
yeah.
Game Pass, the Game Pass, they only need 6.
That's how I feel.
Not a lot.
They're thinking one every other month.
My thing with
Yeah.
Fable is probably a longer game, and so you could put that out on Game Pass and have people hooked on Game Pass for longer. So you would put that on a weaker year.
Do you think Fable's going to be any longer than Avowed or Outer Worlds?
Yeah,
I think so.
I'm expecting it to.
Really?
Okay, let me tell you, I will be disappointed if it's the Outer Worlds is a.
It's short. It's like
20 hours main story, right? I'm expecting Fable to be big and expansive and exploring. This is one of the very few games that I don't want to be slimmed down, and I spent so much time in that world.
I think you could be in trouble.
I agree.
Because I think it will be slimmed down. I think it will be more like a 40-hour experience.
Interesting.
And I think it'll be quite cinematic and quite. It's really interesting, right? So like we really don't know what it is. Like we have a really good idea of what Fable is. No idea what Playground's Fable is really.
Yeah.
Other than it having
idea. We've seen a little
British tone, British humor and tone, and actors and those things.
Well, the second trailer gave us a lot more though. A lot more than what we've seen before. We haven't only got that first trailer that we're going off anymore.
No,
still doesn't give us an idea of what they're doing with the game, though.
Yeah, generally like the scope of the world and that kind of stuff. Like
It's Fable.
I mean, yeah,
that's what Matt said.
Yeah, I mean, we can obviously kind of like, you know, theorize because we know what Playground can do with an open world in Horizon.
No, let's not do that.
But we know. But what I'm saying is, we know the kind of size of the world that they could build and what it looks like.
When you're driving a car,
it's so
totally
different.
It needs to be barren when you're driving a car and blasting through, you know, the occasional brick wall. But when you're playing Fable and you want to be talking to people and you want to have a town that feels vibrant, you want to have, you know, real estate that you can buy and businesses, and it's totally different. Totally different ballgame.
But that's not what he's saying.
Yeah,
that's not what he's saying. He's saying they have the ability to make a big, open, expansive world. He didn't even say the world was going to be good. He didn't even say it was going to be good. But he's right.
I just want to say this: most developers can create a big, open, expansive, empty world if they wanted to.
To be fair, I could do that.
That's not difficult.
Yeah,
that doesn't add anything to the conversation if we're being real about it.
But what I was going to say is that's not the only thing I'm going off. Like what they've shown us with the trailers as well is that they can nail the vibe of Fable.
Yes.
So like you can combine those two. Knowing that they know how to build a good-looking open world. They've now shown us they can build the Fable like characterization in there. All they have to do in those kind of like really tie them together, give us good like RPG structures, which I'm sure they've got.
That's the hardest part for them. Right?
Yeah, that is the hardest part, like because that is the untested part.
And skills.
Yeah. Combat skills and story. Those are the three things that they're pretty untested on.
They haven't shown me that they can build a good town.
I don't know. I've drove for a few good times. Like, sorry about your wall, but
no, but like that's what you're saying. But like you're driving through the town. You're not actually like walking through the town. You're not going from store to a town crier or whatever and like seeing where they position them and how the flow of that town is on like a more minuscule level. Like when we're really talking about like building out a town, we've never seen them do that.
Yeah.
So like that I get what Despawn's saying, but I don't think it completely holds up when you're talking about like the full game experience. Like we don't know how they'll do with that.
No, I get it.
For sure. There's still some untested elements. Yeah. But,
what I would say is we've seen talented teams pivot to great success and great failure before, right? Like think of like Guerrilla going from Killzone to Horizon, right? Or you know, insert any like it can be done, and they've certainly had a lot of time to do it. But it feels like such a leap to go from the driving game people to what you're hoping for 100-hour open world detailed RPG. Like, man, I don't know. Like I feel so much more confident in saying Rockstar are going to knock it out of the park, doing what they've done forever, knocking it out of the park.
Obviously,
the Playground games are pivoting the way they are.
But that's Jesus Christ. I put my mama on Rockstar and make it a good game. Like, stop it. Like, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest though. Like you saying that you want a 100-hour game from Fable. Like Fable isn't a 100-hour game.
I'm not saying I want a 100-hour game.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, that's fine. But like, I'm just looking on how long to beat. The original Fable was 12 hours, 30 for 100%.
I mean, there were no 100-hour games back then.
Yeah,
that's not true.
I
want it to be longer than Dragon Age. Like that's like my comparison, right? I want it to be longer than that, and it will be because I'm expecting it to be because I'm gonna get lost in. Oh, I can buy this house and then I can rent it out to people, and that's what I'm expecting from Fable.
Yeah,
like that's what Fable is to me. It's not just, you know, the combat and stuff like that. It's the romancing, and is that extensive, and it's getting people pregnant, it's getting people sick, it's having sex without a condom and then making everyone, you know, that's what Fable is.
I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah.
It's like sure, the main story, if you want to do that, will be a certain but Fix is talking about like all the additional stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of torn on it now because Matt and Despawn kind of sold me on it. Like it's probably going to be a shorter experience, but now Fix is saying this, and I'm like,
no, but like
I don't know.
There's a difference between 100 hours. I'm not expecting 100 hours of like. They're giving me 100 hours of content, right? I'm talking about me being in that world for that amount of time.
Yeah.
Because you can look at How Long to Beat. How Long to Beat is amazing for like, this is literally how long it's going to take you. But me getting wrapped up in, I don't know, I can buy a house and then I decorate the house. You can't measure that.
Yeah.
Like if that is good, that could take me 3 hours of just building my house out.
There's also the thing about Fable is it is like the original versions were the free versions were definitely built for repeat playthroughs because you could obviously have the playthrough where you're the good person, you can have the playthrough where you're the bad person, and it actually affects your character. So like you're saying, like I'm looking again, Fable 3 was 25 to 30 hours for a completionist run. That's for one run. So you get, like you say, you could get a good like close to 100 hours out of a Fable game if you are doing the multiple runs and things like that. So yeah,
I think like also from like an open world RPG, expectations are just different today. And I'm really wondering, and this isn't a commentary on what the game will be, but I'm very curious to see, are they going to go hard with like, oh, we're recreating the Fable experience? Are they like, we're bringing the Fable experience to the modern day and like modernizing some of those other things? And that choice will be very interesting to see what they do and to what success they're able to do that as well.
I can't believe you can't get to your gamer score on the Xbox app. It is so fucking stupid. I hate this app. I wanted to check my time for Fable, and it's like, I just hate it. I hate it. They need a better unified Xbox ecosystem app. It's dog shit.
It works really well on the mobile version. Like it's super easy to do it there, but not on the PC. PC version not great.
I think they've kind of already hinted that it's going to be a relatively different game in I guess sense of scope. That even the fact that like giants are in it, which I don't think Fable's done before, but this idea that like you could be running around a giant's house, that could be a huge open world. To the giant, it's not, but to you, it is. Like, and I think there's some interesting stuff there that they could do. But yeah, like I'm optimistic, but I'm apprehensive probably more than any other game that we've talked about. Like, I know what Avowed is going to be. I know what Outer Worlds 2 is going to be. Well, okay, that we've dropped on. I know what Avowed is going to be. I know what Outer Worlds is going to be, right? And I'm excited for those games, but I'd say I'm more excited for Fable.
Yeah.
But apprehensive because they've never done anything like that before.
One that's not Xbox, if you don't, if we can transition a little bit, for me, most anticipated, Snake Eater.
Yeah.
Boy, it has been a long time since I've been in a Metal Gear world. Remember, especially as someone who didn't enjoy, probably would now, as I've matured, I have a more mature palette of when I play games, but didn't enjoy the last Metal Gear, which was 5.
Phantom Pain.
Open world. I didn't enjoy
It's
Phantom
such
Pain.
a interesting thing because I think there's certain aspects that would like really ring with you, but I could see why because all the stealth aspects. But I think that, like the finding the right soldiers, kidnapping them, and collecting resources, that 100% screams to me like that's Fix. Coming through.
I couldn't because again, I think at the time, especially when it came out, I was very much in my action. And I still am to a degree, but I've gotten a lot better. I was very hyper focused on like, I like to run in, shoot everything, run out. And like that game, you cannot do that. Like it is
later on.
Maybe once you build yourself up. But I'm saying when I was playing, right, it is very much lay on top of a mountain, binoculars out, tag, sniper, bam, 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 bam. Like that's what that game is. But and don't get me wrong, Snake Eater, I don't remember it too well. I remember playing it, but I remember that it was the mechanics of like, you have to eat in that game, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like see all those mechanics that I now understand as a fully grown adult, I can now enjoy in a video game. Where when that came out on the PS2 after playing Sons of Liberty, which is one of my favorite games of all time, I was like, this is shit. I hated that game. Like so now I'm getting to experience that again is going to be really, really good. And plus I just like Metal Gear. I think Metal Gear Solid is such a good, strong franchise. And it's good to see it back. It's definitely up there for me as one of those games that I'm looking forward to a lot, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one. That is definitely like Snake Eater is arguably one of the greatest games of all time. So yeah, having it in a modern engine and being able to like replay that story, yeah, I'm super excited for that one. To be honest, I actually really want to go back and play Phantom Pain. Every time someone talks about it, I'm like, man, I love playing around in that world. It's just
same.
Yeah.
I like fix. Yeah.
Old game is old. Yeah.
I have a long list of stuff that I want to replay at the start of the year before games come out.
Yeah, I really want to play through the entire series. Yeah,
good luck with that.
I'm replaying Lies of P, that's for sure, because the DLC is coming out, and I really want to replay that.
Yes, Crash. I'm so excited for that DLC, and I forgot that it should be involved in this conversation until you just brought it up then. My God, that is definitely one of my most anticipated things for next year.
Guys, I installed Lies of P.
Let's go.
Guys,
another one.
You didn't install Lies of P.
I didn't install Lies of P.
Yeah, boo.
Oh, boo.
I could.
Boo.
I could do it.
It's on Game Pass. It's right there.
How did you play Elden Ring, Despawn? Like, what was your build?
I went Samurai.
Okay.
And yeah, went very blood heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the only thing that might hurt you in Lies of P is that Lies of P is very much about parrying.
That's fine. I can, yeah. Well, this is the thing. Like, I played Lies of P before I'd spent any proper time with, this was after I'd come off, like, quitting Elden Ring.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I'll try Lies of P, see if it's any different. It was just like, it's more of the same. I just didn't vibe with it at the time. But now I've gone back to Elden Ring, and, you know, I've beaten it, unlike some on the podcast.
Yeah, you're a real gamer.
Because I'm a real gamer. Yeah, now that I've got more of a feel for that kind of game, it's like, yeah, I could definitely see me, like, enjoying Lies of P a bit more.
I'm so excited for us to play Night Rain together. Can we really play Night Rain together, guys?
Yeah. What's Night Rain?
The Elden Ring DLC. Yeah, standalone thing that got announced.
Sorry,
I wasn't including you. It's 3-player. I wasn't talking to you.
It's 3.
Wow.
Crash, Despawn. Can we play Elden Ring together?
Yeah, sure.
Can we play Night Rain together?
Yeah, sure.
We can stream it for the podcast on.
Yeah, we'll stream it for that.
Yeah, for sure.
YouTube.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That was wild. That was wild. You know what? I've said some fucked up shit to you, Matt, but that was worse than anything I've ever said to you.
I don't think that's true.
Everybody. Let's go back and find all the things to fix that.
2024 bits of me just dissing Matt.
Matt's a bitch.
3 just come out. Maybe we start at 2022, go to 2023, to 2024. Have a whole little saga right there.
Yeah.
Mad. Anything else that comes into people's minds? Because I've got so many, honestly.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, what I was going to say is Snake Eater is a really interesting one for me. So my first ever Metal Gear game was 5, and I loved it, but I loved all of the things that Fix you said you didn't like, of the like slow pace, stealth, kidnapping people, building my base, getting the upgrades, doing the things. I loved all of that stuff, and I had no idea what was going in the story. Didn't finish it, but like you, Despawn, I do think occasionally, like, oh man, I should go back to that because I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And so Snake Eater is a weird one where I'm like, I guess I'm interested, but like, I have no idea what's going on contextually in the story of it. And yeah, exactly. Like, old game is old.
No, you don't need to play 2 to understand 3, but play 2.
Yeah. Play 2 is fantastic. But no, I think wait for 3 because it is the start of the story. Well, no, it's not. 5 is the start of the story.
Let me tell you.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
I started playing Metal Gear with 4. I played 4 and 5. Both of those games are fantastic. I got no clue what's going on narrative. They're just fun times.
They are fantastic.
Honestly,
I've never played 2.
We've had this discussion. I know we have.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
I personally say wait for Delta, just because I think it's the best of both worlds. Like they really lean heavily into. That was the first time that they really leaned heavily into the immersion side of it, with having to bandage certain injuries and having to eat food and things like that. But it also had that elements of like Metal Gear 2 story, of like just being the batshit weirdness that it is, but also like it just being a straight up action film. So I think like Snake Eater is definitely that best of the middle grounds, and it's just got like one of the best soundtracks in the entire series. Yeah. Like for those that know, when you're climbing the ladder, it's the greatest moment in that video game. That's all I'll say. If you know, you know.
Ladder Simulator 2025.
We've been there.
Basically.
Speaking of Ladder Simulator 2025, one of my most anticipated, Death Stranding 2.
Oh yeah, Amazon Delivery Driver Simulator 2025. Yeah.
Really?
I can't wait. Like I thought Death Stranding 1 was okay, but I got hooked on that simple go from point A to point B, figure out how you're going to do it, take your time. I guess it just hit me at a time where I was like ready for that, and I enjoyed that. And then what they've shown of the next one now, what is this creepy little puppet that's on a different, frame rate to everybody else and is like a different art style entirely? I'm in, Kojima. Like, I'm all for it. Troy Baker's being weird. Yeah.
You know what's going to happen? You're going to get halfway through the game and it's going to turn out that the whole time you were playing Death Stranding, you were just on an episode of Muppets. That's all it is. It's a Muppets episode.
Jeff Keighley's there. He's being taken the piss out.
He's already in the game.
Exactly.
He's in the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what they've been leading. Why? That's what they've been leading to this whole time since they introduced the Muppets. Kojima asked Jeff Keighley to let him get like a groundwork on the game there.
I like it. I don't know if I can hand on heart say Death Stranding is a good game, but I can say it's a game I enjoyed, and I'm looking forward to the sequel next year if it comes next year. That one.
That's all that matters. Yeah. That's all that matters. Does Kojima games get delayed?
Not really. I don't think so. I don't think he's ever announced a push on anything.
No,
I think he announces a specific year that he's aiming for, and then the date basically gets announced when it's ready.
Everybody is a bit sheepish of next year because of GTA.
Yeah,
do you think Kojima gives a shit about GTA?
No.
I don't think he does.
Yes.
I think he does, not out of like fear of like, oh, we don't want to release our game. I think it's out of like enjoyment of the medium. I think for Kojima, it's just sort of like more of a respect thing out of like what that game would represent more than anything.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like when we saw who was it that come out when Final Fantasy drops? And it was like,
Yoshi P.
Yeah.
Oh, Yoshi P for Elden Ring or so.
Elden Ring, that was it. Thank you. Yeah, it was like, hey, we're going to delay our game a week so you can enjoy Elden Ring.
Oh yeah, I'll give you 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, or whatever it was. It was like, it's just stuff like that. I think it comes down to like a level of respect as well, of like not only competition and yes, Kojima. Even if Kojima doesn't, Kojima Productions does, because ultimately at the end of the day, he needs to make more money to keep making these, whatever. Amazon Delivery Simulator games, like there's a business side to this at the end of the day, whether or not that people want to admit.
100%. I think Kojima is in this unique thing, and I'd actually put CD Projekt Red in it as well. Of like, they've kind of just got this hold on the industry that means people are going to be talking because they're making art, but like people are going to be talking about their game longer than they would insert single player game that comes out and people talk about it for a week. Like, I think that people will just talk about it for a bit longer than that, and it just allows more to be like, oh, that thing that was drowned out by GTA 3 weeks ago. I mean, GTA is such a megaton bomb that it won't allow for any of that, maybe. But I think, like, if let's say Death Stranding 2 launched in January of next year, which it won't, it would still very much be in the conversation for Game of the Year. Like, people would still be talking about it in that way because it will do something that no other game's ever done. Or, like, I don't know. It'll be trying to say something. I don't know
if I agree. I think they have a longer front towel than other like single player games. We talk about them leading up more, I feel like. But afterwards, I feel like Death Stranding was like, it was here and then it was gone.
Oh, really?
In my circle, yeah.
It was here for a long time, though.
Yeah, but that's because. But what I'm saying is because he had all the trailers that were like, oh, how does this lead into this? Or how does that to that? Then it was bam, bam, bam. Then once the game come, it didn't feel like it had like a lot. And remember, it was a PlayStation exclusive. I was majority Xbox guy, etc., right? But like, I didn't feel like it had that long tail.
Gonna disagree because I think I kind of agree with what you're saying of like it releases, it gets talked about for like a week or two, but then what happened with Death Stranding, at least from my perspective, is every once in a while you'd go and there would be more people saying like, oh, I went back into Death Stranding and it clicked with me, and you kept hearing that over and over. I think that's what Kojima games tend to do, especially like Death Stranding. I don't want to say I think Metal Gear Solid 5 had a much more like longer impact in the duration that it was talked about, but with Death Stranding I feel like that was the conversation, and if Death Stranding 2 functions in a similar way, I'd imagine that'll be the conversation there as well.
I feel for me, I feel like for me, Death Stranding 2 is slightly different to the fact that Death Stranding 1, because Death Stranding 1 at the time was a very unknown like quantity. The trailers didn't make any sense. It's like, why is Guillermo del Toro carrying a little baby in a jar? Where's Mads Mikkelsen telling me to be really quiet, and covered in oil? And it's like, it didn't make sense, but that lack of sense kind of added to the intrigue. Now that we've seen Death Stranding and we've played it and we know that like it's quantifiable, Death Stranding 2 is like, it's doing some interesting things, but it's like none of it is too like what like, it doesn't have that so unknown. Like, there are some unknowns, don't get me wrong, but I don't feel like it's
just as unknown.
Really?
Everything you just talked about is still unknown.
Just as unknown.
Can you answer any of these questions? Why is Guillermo del Toro carrying around a baby? Yeah, exactly. They're all still unknown. They haven't answered any of those questions.
Guillermo del Toro is carrying a baby because it's a bridge baby, and Guillermo del Toro works in that department, therefore it's his department. Mads Mikkelsen, I'm not getting into the spoilers. But yeah, like there are reasons. The oil makes sense, it's the liquid between the bridge between the life and death, between the beach and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, it makes like, when you played it makes sense, but it makes more. All right, it
makes sense for people who want it to make sense.
It
is as abstract and like nonsensical for people who don't understand it, and as intriguing from that aspect for people who like, they'll play through the whole game. I can guarantee you there's people who play through the whole game, and the connections you were talking about, they got no clue. They're like, I just saw a cutscene and it was cool, or something like that. Like, I was just more confused afterwards.
Cool cutscenes are cool, but I still stand by the fact that Death Stranding, like, people know what a Death Stranding game feels like now. Like, they know what walking from A to B and having one of those weird blood fights is like, and like, Troy Baker turns up and B's all weird, and in Death Stranding 2 he turns up and B's all weird, but now he looks like a member of Kiss, and he can play his electric guitar which fires lightning bolts. Cool, all right. But it's weird, but it kind of fits into the world that we already know about, whereas Death Stranding 1, nobody knew about that world. No one understood what was going on. I think that's what
excites me about this one a little bit, is that it feels like it's already taking itself less seriously. I think that's kind of what I struggle with Death Stranding a little bit, of like, hi, I'm Die Hard Man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to exposition all over you for the next hour. Ew. And I'm like, this isn't fun. What is happening? Whereas what they've shown in Death Stranding 2 is fun.
Yeah. I think the exposition part is going to happen again, because that is just
I'm sure. But if the tone is more fun, I'm okay, right? If it's a weird little puppet giving me that exposition,
I got it. Okay.
Troy Baker with an electric guitar, then all of a sudden I'm like,
you're like, I got something fun to look at. I'm cool. Whatever's being said, I'm good.
And I'm looking forward to the next time I interact with that character versus Die Hard Man, or I don't know, crying friggin' fake umbrella thing, or I don't know what Death Stranding was about, but there we go. I'm excited for Death Stranding 2 is basically what I'm saying.
Cool.
Will it hit next year? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it will.
If Kojima doesn't delay games, which I didn't know, there you go.
I don't think he really did. Yeah, I can't think of a time he's ever delayed a game. Yeah.
Wasn't Death Stranding 1 delayed?
Was it?
I vaguely remember it being delayed and that it got a year, and then it did not come out that year.
Wasn't every Metal Gear game ever delayed?
Yeah. I don't think I agree with you guys, but I don't know Kojima enough to like just say that with my whole chest.
The PC version was delayed.
Okay.
I just did
the iPhone and Mac version got delayed.
Yeah.
You can play that Stranding on your phone?
Yeah.
This is news to me.
You can play Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I knew that, yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those few games where it's like, when iPhone were like, look, your phone is powerful enough to play video games on it now properly. And it's like, okay, cool, 12 people buy it.
A nice check for making that on iPhone.
Apple will throw that some money. Yeah, definitely. All right, Krish, you got one?
Yeah, Clear Obscure Expedition 33.
Okay.
That is the turn-based game that looked very cool. The concept seemed really dupe. It seemed really dupe, guys.
Super dupe.
Dope.
One more time. What is it? Clear.
Expedition 33.
Obscure Expedition. Yeah, if you just search Expedition 33, it should pop up.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Bro, why are you calling it all this other shit, bro?
It's
It's
the name.
Expedition
It's the name of the
33.
game.
That's the
It's
name of
literally the name of the game, Fix.
Nah, it's not.
Clear Obscura. It's got a star-studded cast. Everyone's
has.
mums are in that game.
Is Ben Starr in it?
Of course Ben Starr's in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Good old Ben. We love Ben.
No black guys though. Just some.
Is that true?
I don't know. I felt like saying it.
If
If you say anything with enough confidence,
I believe
get
Fix
away
just
with
off
it.
him saying it.
I'll be honest. For a second, I was
go.
like, I can't
Just
remember
like
if
when
it
you
was a
said
black guy.
Kojima never delays his games.
Yeah, and then we found out he delayed it on PC.
I don't really count. But yeah.
No.
Look, Matt, have you not learned? We're almost 500 episodes into this podcast. You say anything with enough,
Oh yeah, for sure.
people will
Confidence.
listen.
Yeah.
People will listen. People will listen.
I mean, I'm surprised people listen regardless, ever. But there we go.
You're telling me, brother. You're telling me.
But Crash, I'm also quite excited for this. Weirdly, because it's so not a me game. Like this, like turn-based, probably what I assume will be quite a lengthy RPG. But yeah, it looks good, and I'm excited. It's got a good cast. Art style looks good. Like you say, the concept's really interesting. That there's like this weird island with a witch on it, I think, and she decides that when people get to a certain age, everybody dies, and it's all very. The sort of cinematic they showed of the people dying was very Avengers Endgame, wasn't it? Very Infinity War tinged dust. So yeah, it looks cool. It looks cool, and it has a lot of style, which is actually what I really liked about Metaphor. Where it's like, oh, you guys are like going all in on this style thing, and it's actually a bit much, maybe. But I'm sure when you get used to it for 100 hours, it's totally fine. But yeah, like from a visual standpoint, it's stunning.
Yeah,
Do we have a
I
date
think.
for this, by the way?
No hard date. So this is something that could end up not coming out in 2020.
No hard dates for anything next year
I was gonna
because
say,
we're all
yeah,
waiting
nothing.
for GTA.
yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Who's making it, Crash?
It's a relative. I think it's like a new
Sandfall.
team.
Sandfall Interactive. Yeah. Published by
I don't know
Kepler.
if it's their first game.
I think it might be. I think they are a relatively small studio.
Yep.
Interesting.
At least on Steam, it is the only game they have on Steam. So
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it was one of those where they were a relatively small studio. From what I remember of like reading up on this one, small studio, had a great idea and like a lot of like investment from that to make it even bigger than it already was going to be.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Best of luck to them.
The only thing
These
that
ones?
puts me off, I'm gonna say, the only thing that puts me off about that one is the main character looks a bit too much like Robert Pattinson for my liking.
Is Ben Starr the main character?
I believe so, or he's definitely one of the main characters. It feels like this is more of an ensemble. Well, I mean, it's like a turn-based like RPG, so it's going to be an ensemble character list, but he's definitely one of them.
And what do we have against Robert Pattinson? T-Sport?
Nothing. It just takes me out of it a little bit. Like he's fine.
Best
He's great
Batman
Batman. Yeah. I mean, no. Ben
I mean,
Affleck.
that's a statement.
that's.
I mean, you guys are throwing.
He was in the
stuff
best
at him.
Batman movie ever. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in
That's
a
a
Batman
fact.
movie.
I actually agree with you on that.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic film.
It could have been the fact that I went to an IMAX, for free
helps.
from Warner. That helps.
It helps.
Yeah.
It helps.
Definitely
I need to
does.
rewatch it.
This is why I'm not a film critic, by the way, guys. This is why I'm not a film critic.
It was like it was big, it was loud, it was free.
Give me a free ticket. It's my favorite.
Free
movie.
drink, free food, free drink, free
Yeah.
night out. Yeah, I'm there. Perfect.
Yeah,
Thank you.
this is why Fix like the Borderland film.
I never watched the Borderland film yet.
Yeah, same. No, I'm waiting for it to come onto one of the free streaming
We
services.
have to watch it.
We have to.
Transition.
I mean,
Borderlands 4 's coming
no
next year.
chance.
No,
Nope.
no, not interested.
Well, you don't think it's coming next year?
No, it's coming, but
It's coming.
I don't care.
Yeah,
Really?
Hey, bro, we watched the trailer and I was like, I said to Crash, like, this ain't it,
I
Chief.
think.
This ain't it.
I think that game is gonna sort of shatter the image of. This is me putting on a tinfoil hat, and if they're going in the trajectory they're going, a lot of people dissatisfied with Borderlands 3 and the way that game turned out. I think if they continue, if Borderlands 4 isn't like major improvements and it's more of the same, I think it's going to shatter the image a lot of people have of Borderlands and possibly, to a degree, and not ruin that franchise, because I think that franchise is so strong it's very difficult to just ruin, but it will weaken it very, very significantly, I would say.
Well, I think
ruin, I agree, but it does get to a point where you abandon the franchise, right? And if you have an underwhelming Borderlands 3, widely considered one of the worst movies, let alone video game movies of all time, and then a bad Borderlands 4, you might get to the point where you at least put it on ice, if not abandon it. But wasn't the conversation around Tiny Tina Wonderland, wasn't that like way more positive? No?
It was mixed. It was very mixed. It was different, but it wasn't. It was mixed.
I think it was very much a case of like they were trying something new with the concept, and that was a fun idea, but like the execution wasn't quite there. So
yeah,
so like
it got an 8 on IGN, but that's just IGN. I should probably check Metacritic. Was probably a better assessment.
Yeah. Just to kind of bring us back on track, I think for me, when I'm most 78. Okay. Just to steal from your day job, it's going to be Shadows, Assassin's Creed Shadows for me. I am
what most anticipated.
Yeah, I am super hyped for getting back into an Assassin's Creed world after like not really vibing with Valhalla. But absolutely, like, Odyssey is one of my favorite games of all time, and I love the Assassin's Creed series. So being able to like them finally doing what everybody wanted from an Assassin's Creed story, going into Japan. And having two protagonists that play wildly different as well, I am super hyped for that. For the replayability, and B, it's just like I love playing stealth in those games. I'm not a big fan of like going all out combat. I like wiping out like an entire area without being seen, and being able to do that with one of the characters. I can't remember her name. Is it Noe?
I'm definitely butchering it. I haven't been paid to learn that yet. So
okay. I'll Google it, but I'm super excited for that.
Do we have a release date for the push?
Valentine's Day, Crash, February 14th.
Yep.
Okay.
So I might even get Mrs. Despawn to play it with me because she loves a good Assassin's Creed game as well.
I think we're going to double do it.
Go on. Oh, you can play side by side?
I think so.
Matt and Fix, not Matt Fix, Despawn and Fix. Yeah, they're
side by side and play the game. We're gonna hold hands and work our way through Feudal Japan. Yeah, I'm super excited for that one.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I think the fact that it's taken them so long to get to Feudal Japan has really now hurt them, because you point to 10 games that have done this in the last 3 years. You're right, like you got Phantom Blade Zero on the had Rise of the Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yotei on the horizon. Like it was an underserved thing back in the day. I mean, you were your Ninja Gaidens and your other bits and bobs, Onimushas and stuff, but like, people have been screaming for this forever, and now you're bringing it out at a time that everybody's doing it. It's like, I'm still excited.
I think the one that's really gonna be the competition for it is the way I'll word it is going to be Ghosts, because that, like, when you played Ghosts when that came out, people were like, oh, this is the samurai Assassin's Creed everybody wanted this whole time. It is literally that. And so I think that'll be the thing that it's really held up against. I'm looking forward to this. My hype's died down for it a little bit, I think, with the delay and stuff like that. I'm sure once we get closer, like, it'll build up again. I think looking at how they've done like the open world and stuff like that, I wish that instead of getting Odyssey when we did, and I love Odyssey, I think it's one of the best Assassin's Creed games, definitely one of the best like new form Assassin's Creed games. I think having the Japanese game be the introduction to like the RPG open world aspect would have been a better move for them overall, just in keeping some of like the older players to even try some of the newer mechanics, because a lot of a good amount of older players just sort of dropped off after Origins because they were like, this isn't what I'm super into.
Yeah, but they were in the minute, let's be honest. Those games still made ridiculous
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
the franchise I am very much that kind of player, right? And I'm also a massive Assassin's Creed hypocrite who's been moaning about that for the last however long.
And then they bring out...
And then didn't play Mirage. Exactly that. And so, and I'm more likely to play Shadow than I am Mirage at this point, right? Because old game is old. Mm-hmm. And so, Yeah, I fully admit that I am the worst of
You're
the
not
gamers.
the only person, though. It's not like you're the only one.
I know,
like,
but,
there's so many
but
people that screamed and shouted about it and then just didn't care.
Oh my goodness. I'm way more excited for Emma because this is so her, like, she's finished Valhalla now, she's done, she's had a bit of a break, and now February Shadows will come out, and I'm really excited for her to experience it, even if I don't experience it all the way through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Haley will play this from start to finish, and
yeah,
it's one of the it's strange that Assassin's Creed is the franchise that she's like, she beat all of Valhalla. Like, I was sitting there talking, and she's like, oh, you ain't done this and you ain't done that. It's like, it's the one time of the year when those games come out where I'm like, finally, I did create a gamer. It's so nice to see you enjoying this medium that I care so much about. And like, she's like, oh, I'm like, do you want to watch something? She's like, no, I'm playing this. Leave me alone. I'm like, no problem. Like,
yes, we got him, ladies and gents.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, for me that was Mrs. Despawn. My wife's called Marie. Marie with Skyrim. When she finally got into Skyrim, and it's like, you know, oh no, I'm just spending a few hours doing this dungeon. It's like, sweet, absolutely, you do you. I'm just stood by the door watching her play, just going, oh, I did it, we did it, ladies and gents.
Crash.
Yep.
Bushel left leg. Got him! Fuck you, Crash. Crash, your wife plays everything.
Everything you
she
play.
Plays what I play. What I play, she plays. She's my right hand, you could say. You know, she's always with me.
Wow.
Oh, if you're watching the video, please watch the video at that point.
God damn.
All right, let's do a couple more because we can wrap up whenever the hell we want now.
Yeah, I've got one.
Well, go on, please.
It is all of your responsibilities to get me into this.
Oh, okay.
But I want this to be my first proper go at Monster Hunter.
No, I agree. I think we all need to dedicate, like, I think all of us need to hold each other accountable for this Monster Hunter.
Okay.
Because there is a good game in there, but you need all of us. I can't lie to you. We are going to need all of us to make it, for it to be the game that people are going to call it a game of the year.
So here's the question. How many people is multiplayer in Monster Hunter?
4. You can play 4 players.
Is it 4?
4
okay, that's fine. Perfect.
We don't gotta like kick one of us off just to choose who's gonna be on.
No,
that game session. Yeah.
I wonder who will get kicked off.
Wow.
That's wild, bro. Because
Real
I'm
gamers
like,
only.
I'm actually available to play games way more than Matt.
Matt, you asked how many times for Marvel Rivals? How many times did Fix respond to you?
Exactly.
I was watching football. I was watching football.
I need some support out here, you know? I need somebody who's going to play the game.
You're an idiot.
If another rando picks Hawkeye, I'm going to lose my shit. You ain't that guy. You ain't that guy.
Despawn is the guy.
No, I'm support. No, I'm 100. I found my men now. I'm support all the way.
Oh,
me and Despawn were doing really well yesterday because it's so easy. If you've got one healer and one tank, you can win every game. If those two people are talking to each other, you can win every game.
Hulk hated us. Hulk hated us.
Hulk had nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
Just do a quick one. I'm not going to talk about it too long, but Lost Record is Lost Record Bloom and Rage. That's also up there for me.
Mixtape?
Finally. Yep. Mixtapes.
Looks great.
90s era. So finally getting games in the 90s era where I can now finally reminisce. I feel like it's finally going to be a game that I'll look at the posters on the walls and understand the references. You know, like when you play these games and you're like, oh, that's clearly a reference to some band that I have no clue. I want to walk through these characters' bedrooms, and I want to look at the poster, and it looks like it's a Backstreet Boys poster. You know, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for like that's. And so very much looking forward to that.
Yeah. I got one more. I don't know if we talked about it too much. Avowed. I'm genuinely hyped for Avowed. Like Obsidian, like open world RPG. Like what they're doing with the combat system looks really interesting and cool. I'm like, I like the way that they're leading into, are you the good guy or the bad guy? Who knows?
I mean, that's always their shtick, right? Absolutely.
Yeah, like I'm very, I love the look of it. I think the design is really interesting. I am. I'm ready to sink into a proper Western RPG. I'm
hyped for Avowed. Avowed is gonna probably be my last attempt if I don't like it at a Bethesda style RPG.
Interesting.
I tried Starfield. I didn't like it. I've tried Fallout. I didn't like it. I tried Skyrim. Probably the most success in my enjoyment, but even that I wasn't like super into.
Have you played Stalker yet?
Yes.
And?
It's a game.
Brilliant. Because I started it and I'm like, oh, this is way more Fallout than I thought it would be. So interesting to hear that.
That could explain why, like,
it's a game.
You know what? You saying that it's way more Stalker, or Fallout, I can see why you would say it's way more Fallout.
Yeah.
And that's probably also why I'm like, I played it while there was bugs and it was a little buggy for me.
Okay.
But I'm also like, they've patched it and I have it. I've looked at it and I'd be like, I could launch that up and try it again just to see how it is.
It is very Fallout.
I just looked at January and February. We actually do have manageable months.
Oh,
like January, there's nothing. Obviously, Star Wars Episode 1, Jedi Power Battles, which if you don't know, I have 100% planned that game. That was, and I'm not a Star Wars guy. That's coming out. That's getting remade. Other than that, I don't see anything on this list that I care about. Sniper Elite, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. It depends on the mood. And then February, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Civilization, obviously Assassin's Creed, Avowed. So like those, February, depending on the type of gamer you are, Avowed, Lost Record, Monster Hunter, Assassin's Creed. That's a big month.
Yeah. So,
but then,
yeah, just
March
to talk again. The question is like, Antfall as well. Yeah, I'm excited for that. That looks interesting.
Antfall's March, yeah.
Yeah, are you going to be picking up Final Fantasy on PC to retry it and replay it on there?
Not yet. No? I will be picking it up, yes, but no, I'm not going to play it yet. I have to.
Is that going to wait for one of those super quiet months?
When I get to I want to play Final Fantasy all over again, I'll play both of them back to back on PC, and that will be my new definitive save where I play games. I say all that, unless I get a sofa in here and a TV, and then I'm sitting on a goddamn sofa and playing it on PlayStation again. So
I mean, you could still play it on PC on a sofa.
I could, but it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of HDMI. It's got to switch over, you know, like one whole HDMI. I'm not
HDMI. I'm gonna be honest, like, so it's not Xbox and stuff, but because I've not played it yet, and I know I'm a terrible human being. Spider-Man 2 on PC coming in January.
I haven't played it either.
Yeah,
I have it on PlayStation. Still haven't played it.
Yeah, and I've not picked it up.
I'm a big Spider-Man fan. Which
great.
Why haven't I played that?
Don't know.
What I would say is all the Spider-Man games are like this, but the opening is brilliant.
Yeah,
and
I've heard good things.
You play the opening, you'll be hooked.
Yeah,
interesting.
I wonder why I never played it. I loved 1 and 2, and Miles Morales made me cry. So,
it's great.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, we'll probably play it on PC. You're right.
Yeah.
I from what I played of 2, which wasn't a whole lot, I was not as onto it as Matt was.
Yeah, but
did you play the first one though, in Miles Morales? And
you got a statue.
I like the first one, and I like Miles Morales. Yeah, I do have a statue for the first one.
Wait, for the first one. I was gonna say you've not got the 9 inches of Venom.
No. I'm glad I didn't get the 9. I'm glad I didn't get the 9 inches of Venom. How I felt about that game.
Yeah.
There were just changes in it that I wasn't a fan of.
All right. Should we move on? I guess. Are we doing do we want to do what we've been playing, or are we good? I tried indie. I've been playing indie. Very good game from what I've played so far, I have to say. I am very, very, very pleasantly surprised by how good it is.
Do I need to play it?
I think if you play you got Game Pass, right?
Yep.
I think if you play the opening hour, like I did, I think you will understand what that game is and know if you enjoy it or not.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
If I'm being honest, because I don't see it changing from what I've done. I've done the opening. I've done the opening puzzle, which I imagine that's going to be very much like, okay, these are similar. These are our puzzles in the game. And then I'm sure there's different styles of puzzles. I'm sure, but I'm just saying there's puzzles in the game. The combat's the combat. The combat's not good. Like I don't think the combat's that good, but I agree with Matt with what he said last week, right? There's something amusing about picking up a bat and hitting someone over the head, it breaks, running over to pick up the shovel, smack them over the head, run. Like there's enough there to keep me going, and surprisingly, the narrative is actually something I'm like, oh, where is he going? I'm actually interested.
Do you think I'll have to play it? And this is a question for all three of you. Do you think I'll have to play it for the Game of the Year discussion?
No,
it's
not mine.
My top 10.
it'll be in my top 10. My personal. We're talking personal or overall?
Overall, that's the only.
Overall, the three of us will have played it, so you're gonna get outranked no matter what. So if you don't like it, there's no point going through it for as long as you need to.
So if I can make time for it, I will at least play that first hour to see if I enjoy it.
I'd say get through
Otherwise, I won't like.
Yeah. I would
I'm
say
trying to think of a game it's like to go like. If you like this, Crash, I'd say you like it.
Just going fresh. I would say spend maybe 2 hours on it max to get
an hour.
Okay. The reason I say that,
you're not.
yeah. The only reason I say that is, the Vatican.
If you tell me it's a narrative reason, I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't care. I don't care if I do.
No, it's not a narrative reason. I just think there is enough different things to do when you get to the Vatican level, which is the first major level after the intro.
I haven't even got there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but there's a lot of variety in the puzzles in that area.
You don't understand what the game is until you're in the Vatican.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get up to the Vatican.
It's the Vatican, Crush.
If I dislike the stuff at the Vatican, I'm dragging both of you.
You're getting dragged in the podcast. That's crazy.
I want to imagine that. Yeah. So we all play now.
Could you imagine? But yeah, that's it. So that's all I've been playing. But I started it. I will have it beaten by a Game of the Year talk, and imagine it will probably be pretty high on my list, higher than I was anticipating.
Same. I am very surprised at how well it plays.
I feel the same way about Stalker 2. I'm really enjoying it. I'll be the first to admit I'm hurting myself because I'm cloud streaming it. And I'm going, bitrate suffering. Well, those dark areas are pretty patchy. But it is playing well, and it's definitely not the best way to play it. But we all knew that was going to be the case. But yeah, I'm in, and I'm enjoying it. It's way more Fallout than I thought it'd be. I never played the original Stalker or anything. It surprised me, and I think it will crack my top 10 as well.
Okay. So you're saying we need to go back now? It's been patched.
I ain't going back. I'm not even starting it. I have no interest at all. I thought I did, and then I watched more gameplay and was like, it's just not what I want right now.
That's fair. It is something I'm going to play over the New Year break, the Christmas break, just so I can have an opinion on it and beat Matt and tell him he's wrong. Or right, who knows? But yeah, no, I am genuinely going to give it a go. I still need so many games I need to finish though, and start. Here's the question for those that have played it: do I need to play Space Marine 2?
I haven't played it.
For Game of the Year specifically.
No.
Okay.
No.
It's not a Game of the Year.
I think it's a really good game.
We can, do you have it or do you not have it yet?
I don't have it yet.
Okay, then don't worry. If you had it, I would have said we could. If you give me 5 hours, we can get through the entire campaign.
I mean, I'll give you 5 hours. I've got I'm off work now. I'm good. I'm free on Monday.
It depends if you want to play it though. That's what I'm saying.
I do. I love the idea of playing in that world. I want to give it a go.
If you then I can give you. Wait, what's Monday? Wait, before Haley beats me the hell out of me. 1 second.
I almost said I'll play with you, and then remembered Monday is Emma's birthday.
Well, you can play with me
I
instead.
can do it. Haley, I'm not doing nothing Monday, am I? No. Okay, I can give you 5 hours Monday. I say we do a My Xbox and Me stream of us playing it on Monday.
Yeah, I'm down.
Cool.
And by the time listener or viewer you're watching this, that will have already happened.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
So either you missed it or it didn't happen.
The video will be up on the YouTube page for you to go and watch.
Yeah.
You
Or not.
Fresh, right?
Yeah, I do.
You want to play it or are you done?
What time?
I want to do it in the evening, preferably. I don't want to do a morning stream
Okay, I'm fine.
because I've got role play to do.
I won't guarantee that I'll be there, but whenever I start, if I'm around,
I'll let you know.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Cool.
And it's on sale at the moment, so perfect time to pick it up.
Perfect. Do we want to do guess that game, or do we want to do? Thank you. I don't know what she just said.
We didn't hear it.
Yeah, me either. Okay.
I've been holding on to a guess that game for 2 weeks.
But then I'll be honest with you, Matt. You're gonna go. It is gonna make absolutely no difference to the rankings at all. But we're playing no matter what. I'm not gonna say the points. We will leave that for when the trophy comes through. I've had a message There is a trophy coming. I'll let I wonder if we can get a video from them. We'll see. But we'll wait for the trophy to come before we give the big speech of who's done it and stuff like that. Because I want to see it before it actually exists. But yes. Hey, you can send me a message on Discord saying you've done it. It doesn't mean you've done it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen it.
I've been 4 trophies, and you know they're all platinum. You know, they're winging the way to you right now.
Oh, here's my gold-plated trophy down here.
It's so heavy. It's too heavy to pick up.
So heavy.
Yeah. All right, Matt. Let's do this then. What is Guess That Game?
Oh, I don't have the script up.
You don't need
it. It's not really a script,
it
Matt. Come on.
You should.
This is Guess That Game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Guess That Game. I've come up with a game, and the crew will have 90 seconds, yes or no questions, in order to try and discover what that game is. I will set the timer. The order of question askers will go Despawn, Fixer, Crash.
Perfect.
Any questions, comments, concerns before we get going?
Yeah, what's the game?
Great.
That was good. That was good.
I like that. That was good.
No,
you get 90
let's
seconds,
do this. Right? Yeah. Which? Yeah. Go on.
Go on.
No, please. Go on.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Despawn, Fix, Crash. 3, 2, 1, go.
Is it Xbox exclusive?
No.
Is it the EA game?
No.
Big publisher?
Yes.
Xbox One generation.
It had a game in the Xbox One generation.
Did it launch on the Xbox One generation?
No.
Okay.
Action adventure game.
No.
Part of a franchise.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it the Xbox Series generation?
It has had a game on the Xbox Series generation. No, sorry, it has not had a game launch on the Xbox Series generation, but you can play it on Xbox Series console.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Did the game launch originally on the Xbox OG generation?
No.
What generation is it? 360? It's not my question. Sorry.
Yeah, is it 360?
No.
What?
Is it? The
I'm so
game is on
confused.
Xbox.
Correct.
You already knew that. Why would you say that?
I mean, it
The
has to be.
franchise launched
RPG?
way before Xbox was a thing.
That's not my question.
That was 100% a question. That was for sure a
No,
question.
sorry, go on.
RPG, Matt.
No, it's not an RPG.
Yeah. God, is it a? Do you?
Your time's up. You'll get one more question.
We
one
suck.
So the thing is, the way he's worded it, I think I know what it is.
I
but,
know. He's fucked us. Oh, he's fucked me.
Let me tell you right now, none
Okay.
of you have any idea what it is.
Okay. Here's a question. Can you ride vehicles in it?
That's a phenomenal question, Despawn. And there's no good way to answer it. Do you ride vehicles in it?
Do you want me to reword it? Do you control vehicles in it?
Yeah, go on then.
Do you control a vehicle in it? I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Is it a space game?
There are elements of the game that have for sure been in space.
Yes or no? Come on.
Well, it's not a. I mean, if I said yes, then you'd be mad at me.
I mean, I'm always mad
If
at
I
you.
said no, you'd be mad at me. I think you're all going to be mad at me, and I didn't necessarily do this so that you'd get mad at me.
I'm confused. Just before you go, Crash, we've asked, is it launched on the OG Xbox? No. Did it launch on the Xbox 360 generation? No. Did it launch on the Series generation? No.
No.
Okay, so you've misunderstood.
No, but the question.
The franchise didn't launch on any of those. But they had games that launched on those consoles, yes.
But you're only picking one goddamn game.
But we've always said it's the franchise.
No, you pick a game, but if you guess the franchise.
In Matt's defense, Matt gave us an answer based off and he said it had an entry in that platform.
The only one it
fucked
hasn't
me. He's fucked me. He's fucked
The
me.
only one it
I'm
hasn't
angry. I'm
is
angry.
the series consoles. But you can play it on series consoles. But it's not had a game launched.
I'll be honest.
I
just want to say this. You guys both suck at this game. You guys get so caught up in like, oh, what am I? Just ask a question. Is it an RPG?
Just need
Is it
the
just
generation.
move forward? Just move it forward. All you gotta do is move it forward to get. All you gotta do is move it forward to get information. You know what, Matt? I got no questions. I'm all good with not getting a point here.
I'll tell you, the first one came out in 2001.
Oh, so it's not the one I'm thinking of then.
So it launched on the OG Xbox.
That game was never ported to Xbox.
What are we doing? What generation did this game that you have picked for this game, Guess That Game, launch on? You said you have to pick a game from the generation, and then if we get the franchise, then we're good. You're basing this off of a whole goddamn franchise that makes no fucking sense. You moron!
Basically, Matt, what was the first generation this game showed up on?
Trying to figure it out.
I don't even know, which means the whole game was fucking donezo from the start, because we can't even nail down the fucking generation.
I think you did a good job, Matt.
One.
To be fair, if we're gonna be fair here, just listen to me. We've had a lot of practice with this. Matt's been MIA for a very long time for this game.
But
he hasn't had time to work out when he's the leader of Guess That Game.
I was going to say,
it's a lot of responsibility. He's lived up to what he could do with the amount of time he's had this practice.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
I've been holding this game for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then maybe we should hold it for another goddamn 2 weeks, you idiot.
And get some facts behind it. Yeah. The counterpoint is Matt's the only one on this podcast that listens to the podcast, so you should know the rules.
It's true, and I do, and this is the rules. It's always been franchised. I don't know what you guys are moaning about. There was a game that launched on Xbox, on the original Xbox.
We accept the franchise as the answer.
It launched on the original Xbox.
Yeah.
Then I don't know the answer. I will give you my answer what I thought it was, but I know it's wrong now. I thought it was Microsoft Flight Sim.
It is not.
No.
Can I make my guess?
Go for it.
Sure.
Armored Core.
It is not Armored Core.
Is it F-Zero?
It's not F-Zero.
You don't get multiple guesses. What are we doing? No one's getting a trophy at this point. I'm done. We're going to be fighting. I'm done. I'm having a nervous breakdown. I can't breathe.
You started to by saying
I didn't
on the
expect
score.
Matt to answer when I gave a second answer.
Is it Elder Scrolls Morrowind?
No, it's not Morrowind. No. It's not.
What was the game that you stupidly chose and didn't know what franchise it lodged on?
Was Super Monkey Ball.
Oh, fuck off, Matt. You're an absolute twat.
What's wrong with that?
Then pick a game from the fucking generation so we can then guess that game. It's not guess that franchise.
I mean, there were like 20 games in the franchise, so you
but you pick a particular one.
You need to pick one so we can figure it out. How are we to figure out a whole franchise?
It is more, especially when there's like 20 different games. It's hard to pick a franchise when you're like, it's on everything.
Yeah. Matt, just for you to know, it's for 2025. The rule is you pick a specific game. We guess that game.
It's done. I don't know why you're talking like this is still being around. It's over with. It's done. I'm sick of this shit. Are you fucking kidding me? This fucking guy has just made me fucking feel like the biggest idiot on God's given earth, and he doesn't even. Nah, I'm done. No,
that's not my fault. You didn't get it.
You did a good job.
It is 100% your fault.
You made a good effort. I think you made a good effort, Matt.
You're a moron as well, you stupid Xbox jumper, you idiot.
I'm a moron.
Look,
no matter what Matt said, if Matt got his thing right, I would have never guessed Super Monkey Ball. I don't guess dumb franchise.
We could have got there. We could have. If we could have got to at least Sega.
Yeah. You did ask if it was a big publisher.
No. Let's not put this on Matt. Do you know why we didn't get to Super Monkey Ball? No. Do you know?
No. You said, is it a big publisher? What do we consider the big publishers?
That's actually a really good point, Matt.
No.
Oh,
you don't
wait. First of all, Matt, you've lost me on this because Fix is correct. I didn't say is it one of the big 3 publishers or whatever we labeled it, top 5 or whatever the case is. I said, is it a big publisher? If you say Sega is not a big publisher, I'm going to come to the UK and just slap you.
I mean, to be fair, Crash, I just want to see you in real life. Sega are a big publisher.
I said yes, right?
Give me a hug. Yeah,
you did say yes, but I don't consider them.
But you said no.
It's.
I haven't read my notes.
It's fine. I think it's fine. It's fine.
You did say it's a big publisher. You did say it's a big publisher.
I did say yes. We knew this podcast was going off the rails when minutes in, Fix required a costume change. Okay.
Yeah, true.
We knew it was going to go badly at that point. It's gone badly. We've fallen out.
I messed up the intro. My clothes broke, and now this worst podcast ever.
Can I be honest, Fix?
It was our best.
I didn't notice you changed your sweater.
Yeah, because I'm that good with it, Crash. I didn't even notice it
at
That's
all.
how clean I am with it, Crash.
As the kids would say, if you need that goated with a sauce.
I'm that goated.
Also, the reason we lost this and nobody got it is because the two of you get stuck on like the minute details and just keeping it forward
Crash.
and getting more information.
I just needed the generation.
You didn't just need the generation.
I needed the generation.
The generation does nothing if you don't know it's Sega. Would the generation have given you Super Monkey Ball? Yes or no?
Yes, probably.
No.
What answer were you looking for then? Were you looking for the GameCube? Is that the generation that you were looking for?
No, we looked for the
game
original.
has to launch on fucking Xbox.
So we need to know what game
you.
It's what game did what you have to pick one specific game in a franchise, and then you have to tell us which generation that game first launched on.
We've done this all fucking year.
Yeah, but he's only done it for 5 episodes.
The rules now?
Matt has not done it all year.
Launched on the Xbox, so there we go.
Great. You should have said that at the beginning and we'd have been fine.
So
we'd have all got it.
For future reference, Matt, what you do is you look up the Wikipedia for the exact game that you made, and the Wikipedia will also give you a whole bunch of information, platforms and stuff like that, and you could say
I thought I was helping you guys out by picking a franchise with like 20 plus games in it.
Nope.
No, you made it a lot more difficult.
Infinitely worse.
But you know what, Matt? I appreciate you because you tried to look out for us, the players.
Yeah.
And you screwed us over in doing it, but I appreciate that.
The intention was there, right? The intention was there.
You guys are too nice. Fuck this guy. Let's get into Fix the Sack. Remember, you can email him, myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com, or hit us up in the Discord. If you're not part of the Discord by 2025, you're a loser, honestly.
Wow.
Join the Discord. Join the Discord. This is a great place. A lot of people talking, hanging out, doing some good stuff. We only got one question this year, and I forgot to put who it's from this
One
episode.
question?
Sorry. I don't know who it's from. Someone's going to have to check for me, but it says, this is for the New Year episodes. Well, you're getting it now. What are your resolutions for 2025? What do you hope to do better? From?
Someone.
Someone's got to... I need one of you to check, you losers.
I'm checking.
Okay.
It's from Anubis.
Thank you very much. I'm still a little bit amped up. I'm sorry. I'll calm down. I'm sorry.
Breathe.
Fix.
Stop for a second. I know it's not really good for a podcast, and audio specifically, but stop. Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out.
Voice your hatred for whoever you dislike right now.
Call Matt a bitch. Call Matt a bitch.
I hate him.
And continue.
Okay. I do feel better, actually. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. 2025 New Year's resolutions. We're not doing like boring real life stuff, are we? We're talking about games.
God, no. Oh, yeah, games. Gaming resolutions.
Okay,
let's do it.
Good. I say it every year, but I do think next year I have to put it into practice. I want to stream less overall so I can make better content, whether it's for MXAM or for MC Fixer, it moving back into YouTube / shorts and things of that nature. It's something, and again, when I get games, because I get games given to me quite, like sometimes very early, right? And I don't beat them to be a part of that conversation when we should be, and that's on me ultimately, because I'm like, well, I don't want to play it yet because I can't hit embargo and I want to stream it for my audience, which then takes me so much longer to do. So I've got two options, right? I've either got, if I do get a code and I need to stream it, I need to either make those streaming periods a lot longer game sessions, so they have to be like 10-hour streams of this one game, or I need to get better at making long form videos once I've beaten said game when I'm not streaming it, if that makes sense. If you don't understand content creation, I might be talking a load of shit, but that is my long-term goal for me. I want to beat more games in timely manners where the conversation is still popping. And I think that's something that we struggle with on the podcast because it isn't our sole job to play video games.
Yeah.
But that's what I want to try and achieve a little bit more in 2025. Not only that, I want to play more indies. I say it every year. I'm just terrible about keeping up with it. My new thing is, and shout out Jojo and Trix, now when we do the watch-alongs, they send me the wish lists for the games I get excited for, and that helps immensely.
That's cool.
So that's kind of the thing I want to keep going for 2025. And just playing more smaller titles from great developers that I always miss. Those are mine.
Cool.
Anybody? Who's next? Who wants to go? Who wants to go?
I'll go. I want to. So the new one is I want to get as much out of my Steam Deck as possible. Like I'm talking like jailbreak it, all of the fun stuff that you can do with it. Like, I'm going all in and just like making that thing a workhorse for what it is.
When you figure it out, can you show me?
Yeah. I've already looked up how to get Game Pass on there. So, yeah, I'm going to have a play around with that. I also want to, again, same as you, I want to play more indies, just in general. I always enjoy those games anyway. Like, they are usually my, like, just comfort food. I want to, like, on a personal creative standpoint, I want to get into more writing.
So got a website?
I have got a website. I put my first review on there for it. I really enjoyed writing that. So yeah, I want to do more with my website in general. And on a professional capacity, I just want to get to a point where I'm full-time in my current role, which I'm very excited for. Like, it looks like that's going to happen anyway. So yeah, I'm very excited. I'm really enjoying it. Personal story, just as an anecdotal thing. It was weird. Like, so I went for a Christmas meal with my old workmates yesterday. God, it's such a weird juxtaposition now in life because like they're all very much complaining about the job and how much they hate it, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm in a good place. I don't know what to tell you.
Yep.
Happy Paul is happy. What can I say? I want to get more of that. I want to do more. I want to be happy. I want to be more happy. Like, yeah, just.
What we want to do in real life. Jesus. All right, calm down. Keep your happiness out of here. Well, I want to lose weight and don't eat so much. Oh, okay, great.
No, for that, I'm going to get as fat as possible and eat as much as I can because I love food.
Respect.
Yeah. Respect. Big boy. Let's go. I want to go to more events as well. I want to go more. I want to get to Gamescom again next year if I can, whether that be through work or just personally, just to go create some content around that. I also do more short form stuff as well. Like, as part of my day job, I make a lot of short form content, and I've learned how to streamline that very well. So I want to get into a position where we can do that. And I'm doing a lot. I've got one last final thing. I want us to rebrand MXAM properly. I want us to do it. I want us to sit down.
Yeah. That has to be done.
I want us to do that for the new year. Not for the new year, but very early into the new year. I want us to get that done and dusted, so we can obviously get a brand idea of what we want the shows to look like and everything. And yeah, bring you guys some awesome content around all of that. So we've got like an idea in mind and we can streamline that.
I generally think, like, I will let you guys go in a sec. Next year has to be the year that we give it our all, because after that, I think I'm done.
Yeah,
like we're gonna hit episode 500, which I don't think I knew that was my goal, but I think after this period is such a nice goal to hit. By that time, what how many 500 or something will be 10 years, right?
They're around there, yeah.
Yeah, 500 and change will be 10 years, won't it? 510
which is fucking wild.
20?
Yeah, it's 52 weeks a year.
That's wild. Like, to hit. And I think that, and again, at that point, it's like, well, if I'm not gonna give it the solid try now, I'm never going to. So that's kind of where I'm at. I think next year has to be focused, like you just said, Despawn. Get things on early on in January, and then really give it your all and see what type of growth we can have after that. Expect a lot more guests next year. That's a resolution. A lot more guests on the podcast. I am aiming for hopefully one a month, so I think that would be smart. But we'll go from there.
Do we have anything lined up for episode 500?
Yeah, of course. Haley's gonna be on it. Perfect. She's the best. You know,
Yeah,
I love her. Haley, no, I will. I've got a couple of people I've got in mind to reach out for. Again, it's hard because it's a month. It's a month's time, right? So you can't give someone too much lead up, but you also can't give someone not enough lead up. So I'm probably in about 2 weeks' time. I'll start reaching out to some people. And yeah, there's a plan to have someone. You got to have a big someone for 500. You know.
I mean, if you can get bigger than Haley, I'll be surprised.
Me too.
Fair.
Me too.
It's fair.
Go on, Matt. What you got?
Well, I was going to say my last year's resolution was give Final Fantasy a good go. And I did that, and it ain't for me. And we kind of just talked about how I want what?
You're still in my bad books. Don't want me. Me and you will fight. I will find you wherever you are right now. In your shopping mall. Where are you? In the sci-fi shopping mall? I don't know.
Episode 520 is actually just going to be me and Fix having a
boxing match.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Fix would absolutely destroy me, so that's upsetting.
No, I guess that in one round. If I don't hit you in the first round, it's over.
There you go. That's
so if you avoid me for a whole round, you destroy me. I will be on the floor.
Interesting.
It's like a street fight, right? I always say, if I ever get in a street fight, I have to punch first.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't punch first, it's game over.
Go hard,
if you
go
ever
fast.
see me in a street fight, remember to shout at me, punch first!
Yeah, that's definitely the way to win a street fight, is to telegraph what you're about to do, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Fix needs it, otherwise he loses either way.
I might forget.
Yeah.
Or you punch first, and Fix is going to be throw out a surprise kick, and they're not going to expect it.
Exactly.
That's my New Year's resolution then. Beat up Fix.
Well,
there we go.
Okay, fair enough.
And give Monster Hunter a good go. That's my one for this year. Give it the good old college try.
Would you count as a college try though? Because yeah.
Well, I mean, I put a good 15 hours into Final Fantasy and couldn't get through. I'd say about
that.
Okay.
So the one that I should make is beat more games, correct?
I mean, you made that every year.
That's not my resolution. I can't. I'm not going to say it. I tell you guys.
I'm
going to beat more games. That's just not. That's not who I am. And even if I were to do it, it'd be a horrible year in gaming for me. And I'd be by the end of the year, I'd be like, I'm done gaming, guys.
I'm done.
That's it. Yeah. So that's not it. I don't know. I want to stream more next year. I think that's something I want to get back into a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Other than that, I don't know if I have more gaming resolutions than that.
I've got one extra. Talking of the streaming, I do want us to do at least one Elden Ring co-op stream.
It's got to be Night Rain. It's got to be Night Rain.
Wait, you just gotta wait. Yeah, you just gotta wait. Sorry, brother. I'm sorry.
That could come out like December.
Yeah, well then you'll be waiting until December.
Apparently, yeah. I want us to do more co-op streams.
I mean, all January. I think January's the only month you get away with it.
Yeah, we could definitely fit it in January, but let's not jump ahead of the force too much, you know.
I thought you were just gonna say let's not. Like, we could definitely fit it in January, but let's not.
Let's not do that.
Let's just not. Yeah, let's not. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
We're fine now.
Okay, we'll see what happens. Maybe this one. Maybe.
Not.
Boys, let's plug. Get yourself out of here. What you got to plug, Crash?
I opened up a pack in Pokemon TCG while we were recording the podcast. And I got the Celebi.
All right.
I just want to let you guys know that.
Wait, you got
Yeah, I got a
Celebi?
Celebi.
Nice.
Yeah,
I opened
full
one
art
last
Celebi.
night. Oh,
I
I
don't
got
think
that
you can
one.
get a cure for that. Sorry, mate.
What was that?
I said I don't think there's a cure for that. Sorry, mate.
Squished in.
It's terminal. Yeah.
Yeah. There was no podcast reviews. I was going to plug in the podcast, but it's like the end of the year.
I got an EX Pidgeotto. Woo!
I'm about to get all of the cards that I'm missing.
Perfect.
Oh, I did get a shiny. Oh, I got blue.
Oh.
I got a blue shiny.
I'm not on it.
Guys, wait.
Oh, you stopped playing?
Yeah.
It got better.
That's smart. Okay.
I got Mew.
Oh, but that's not a full card art Mew.
I've got the full card art Mew already.
Oh.
Well, I I got a poker flute, so F me.
Matt, I'm very close to just uninstalling the game. There's no purpose to it.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I felt. And like, I was doing the battles over and over and over, and I was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not having... I guess it didn't inject enough, like, dopamine into me to, like, especially alongside Balatro. All over Balatro. So much dopamine.
Yeah. Balatro will do that for you.
Dopamine. I'm back. Pokemon is my new love.
Well, one game supposed to be coming out next year that you didn't mention. Then is Pokemon Z and A or something?
Yeah, because we haven't rebranded yet. Wait until we rebrand, and I can talk about Nintendo games 24/7. This is gonna be my Nintendo and me.
Interesting.
It won't be. I'm sorry. This one we got to plug.
What shall I plug? Let's just plug the Discord again. Yeah, just go hang out with the Discord. Come to specifically send us your games of 2024 videos.
Oh, yes.
Somebody asked where to send it.
I did give him a thumb up.
Did we forget?
I think just
we want to make a section in the Discord for
Discord, yeah.
Okay.
30 seconds.
3-0.
Listen to me. 30. I'm looking at you, Origin Cookie Man, because we asked you last time and you sent like a 2-minute video. 30 seconds. Hi, my name is, and this is my game of the year for this reason.
If you really want to talk about the game, cut out your name is and just go in on the on the game.
No. I need the name is. We need that. Still no new reviews in the UK, which is very upsetting. I'm sorry.
That's upsetting.
Matt,
I guess we managed to get all the grands. We've got them all.
I'll do a real plug. I've been plugging it all the way through. Go subscribe to the FGS YouTube channel. We got some really cool stuff coming out over Christmas. An indie roundtable with 5 of the best indie developers the last couple of years. Director of Sea of Stars, Citizen Sleeper, solo developer on Animal Well, all chatting about the state of the industry and how AI is really, really, really interesting stuff. And yeah, there's just loads of really good stuff going out on it. So go check it out.
I am particularly excited to see what people think of the PlayStation 5 list.
Most
I can talk about it
against PS5.
Yeah, because you did post the screenshots. That's the only reason I'm talking about it.
Yes, we've got that. We've got Xbox. We've got PC coming up. All voted on by FGS staff. And I'm sure everybody be very mad about the games that make it in those lists.
Yeah.
Because it's the internet.
Yeah.
I love them. They made me a career. Have a good Christmas, everyone. Those that celebrate, have a good one. Enjoy. This is our. I think this is going to day before Christmas. This is Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
Whenever. Yeah.
Oh well.
We had said Christmas Day, but
we'll see. Maybe Christmas Eve is probably smarter, if I'm honest. But enjoy it. I hope you have a good one. Can't wait to hear what you all got gaming wise. I will probably get nothing gaming wise because my fiance tells me that it's a business expense now. I don't need that. Very smart of her. Very smart of her. And yeah, keep it amazing. We appreciate you. Your support all the way through this year has been amazing. I do really feel like we have made a giant step forward community-wise this year compared to other years. So I'm very thankful for that. Obviously, we'll have another episode next week. Will be our Game of the Year episode. We will be talking Game of the Year. We will be arguing. Expect a 3-hour thriller. Expect 3 hours of arguments. Expect 3 hours of stress. Yeah, it's gonna be a great one again. I think we're gonna try and get something sent to the developers, whoever wins the MXAM Game of the Year. So boys, come prepared. Until next time. Unless you got something to say, Matt.
No.
Leave you. See you all later. Good boys.